your responsibilities to make your leadership to be more effective. On this gracious moment, in the presence of all gathered here, I wish to examine your competence to be leaders to carry out the assignment entrusted to you. As leaders of this school with various responsibilities, are you ready to abide by the rules and regulations of the school? As student leaders, are you willing to discharge your duties to the fullest satisfaction of your teachers? As chosen leaders of this school, are you ready to serve the student community at any given situation? Congratulations, dear student leaders, for accepting the great responsibility to be leaders, to lead and to create a better world. May God's blessings be with you and guide you to be exemplary leaders in the days to come. God bless you all. To SPM, Fatima Shah, you are selected to be the school people leader. And ASPL Diyalakshmi, you are selected to be the assistant school pupil leader for this academic year 24-25. Are you ready to shoulder this leadership, knowing fully its duties and responsibilities?
Yes, we do accept.
Dear student leaders, are you willing to serve the student community of Infant Jesus English Medium School with a greater respect of upholding the name and honor of your school?
Yes, we are willing to serve.
As per your school motto, love, serve and share, let you be a servant leader who is called to serve and to lead the students' community based on the values of discipline and loyalty.
We promise to strive to the best of our ability to live up to the ideals of our school by fulfilling faithfully our duties entrusted to us by the school authorities and teachers. We will respect the rules and regulations of our school, and we will do the best to preserve, protect and defend the honor of our school.
I,
Fatima Sharma, School People Leader. I, Diyalakshmi, Assistant School People Leader.
I, Prima Silva, the Speaker.
I, Kripa, Cultural Minister. I, Prisha, Assistant Cultural Minister.
I, Olivia Jasmine Souza, Discipline Minister.
I, Danny, Assistant Discipline Minister. I, Sathi, Sport Minister. I, Rakandar, Assistant Sports Minister.
I, Bhargavi, Educational Minister.
I, Fatima Ifa, Assistant Educational Minister.
I, Guidance Minister.
I, Verisha Bekar, Assistant Cleanliness Minister.
I, Dimas, Health Minister.
I, Sanika, Assistant Health Minister.
I, Revan, Opposition Leader.
take an oath
Take an oath
for the academic year
for the academic year
2024-25.
2024-25.
I swear
I swear
in the name of God
in the name of God
that I will abide
that I will abide
by the rules and regulations
by the rules and regulations
of the school
of the school
and fulfill
and fulfill
all my duties
all my duties
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
and uphold
and uphold
the dignity of my school.
the dignity of my school.
Each one of you gathered here, the management, the manager, the principal, the headmistress, I'm sorry, I'm used to saying principal, headmistress, the teaching faculty, the new leaders, and their students. I am dumbstruck. I have no words at all to say. First of all, let us give. I will give, and you also, teachers and everybody, give a big clap to all of you. For the discipline that I can see from here. I'm sure the manager and the headmistress and the student and the teachers are proud to see such discipline, which is very difficult to find. And the inauguration ceremony was so beautifully organized. I am also a teacher, but I teach a bigger class. I feel I should tell them, I should take the recording and show them how well it was organized. So a big clap to the headmistress, to the management and to the teachers on my behalf before starting this speech. Today, indeed, it is a new chapter for the newly elected leaders, new, vibrant, energetic, cheerful, full of life. The leaders of the future, I can see in your faces. I saw how the SPL, Fatima Sharma, right? How you delivered the speech. And I saw all of you coming to the stage with so much of confidence. That is what is important today, confidence. Now, it is an honor and privilege for me to be here today and to be invited to witness the formation of new leadership in this disciplined English medium school, Infant Jesus English medium school, because today will steer the course of the student life and activities of the coming year. First of all, congratulations to the newly elected leaders. You have been chosen not for your abilities alone, but for the trust and faith that your friends have put in you. So what you have to do is, you have to build, you have to stand to the trust and whatever faith that your fellow friends have in you, you must reach up to that level. And once again, let me congratulate your teachers, the management, the school, and your parents, because they have played a very important role in shaping your future and shaping you as leaders. Remember, leaders, this is as we talk to the leaders and the future leaders who are sitting there. Remember, leadership is not title. All the titles are given to you, it is just not title or positions, but action and example. As you take your new roles, remember that you are just not a representative of your fellow classmates, but you are ambassadors of the values and principles that your school upholds. So your actions and whatever decisions you take will impact the school environment, and it is your responsibility to lead the school with dedication, compassion, and work towards excellence. Now I'll share with you a small story. Nobody likes to listen to lectures, no? There was a village. All of you are listening to me? Yeah. There was a village. And there was a boy just like one of you. And his name was Arjun. He was kind, he was helpful, he was obedient, but little shy. Okay? You see, all of them, all of you, I don't know whether you all come on the stage. Some stand backstage, but they do so much. Correct? They do so much backstage. They have a fear to come on the stage. So Arjun also was just like that. He used to always stay in the background, helping rather than leading like him. So what happened one day? There was heavy rains. Okay, you can see heavy rains now. Stop. Heavy rains. And what what happened was it led to floods. Floods, you know, no? Okay? And the houses collapsed, the trees fell down, and there was a lot of problems, chaos. Okay? So villagers were distraught, thinking how to rebuild their homes, how to build, because money over, you have to build a new house. It becomes very difficult. You have seen how. So village head called everybody for the meeting and said, to build this village, we need everybody to come together. Okay? You have to come together. Like leaders, you can't do anything alone. You have to bring everybody together. So we have to bring everybody together. So, and different work has to be allowed. But they should be a leader. Now, the village head asked, who will be the leader? Who will volunteer? We want positions, but we don't want work. Correct? We are all human beings. We want positions, we want the big check, but we don't want responsibilities. So everybody reacting as leaders, no? Nobody raised their hands. So this poor Arjun, something his conscience spoke to him, and he said, I need to help. I need to come forward, otherwise my village will never come up. So he slowly raised his hand. And when he raised his hand, the village head called him and said, Arjun, leadership is about serving others. Okay? You said in your speech, Shama, that leadership is about serving others. It's about bringing people together and inspiring them, okay, to do things which they think they cannot do. So you must see here who think they cannot do. You have to see those ability in them and bring them up, okay. With these words, Arjun set out to work. He gathered people, listened to the ideas. He can't tell them, do this, do this, do this. So he gathered all the people and told them what to do. So everybody told the ideas. He didn't say, I am the leader. It is my idea. This is to work. No. He listened to them and then divided the work according to their capabilities. One is cleanliness, one is sports, not like that. One is health, like that. So he divided the work according to their abilities. Every day he would work with them, he would encourage them, tell them very good, motivate them. Even if they wanted to give up, he did not allow. He said, you can, you will, you can, you will. Okay, some disagree, some said, Agudilla, it's not possible. There are some people, before starting only they say, do Agudilla. You should not give up. You should really try. What's the harm in trying? It's better to fail than trying. So, Arjun stood firm. The leaders had to still firm and say, okay, we did it, we didn't get it, maybe next time somebody can do. He was very determined. He led by example. Now you can't tell everybody do this and you don't do. He worked with his team and with a work of encouragement and to try to solve the problems. Soon the village became normal. Everybody had their houses, they planted trees, the village became very green. The villagers were not sure of their strength, whether they were capable or not, discovered that they are good. They saw Arjun as a leader who not only directed them but cared for them deeply. So one day villagers gathered to celebrate. You have celebration also after you do something to celebrate. The leader called Arjun in front and said, Dear Arjun, you have shown what true leadership is. You have turned crisis, problems into an opportunity for growth and unity. Nowadays what we do, I see nowadays students, not your, nowadays other students, when there is a problem, they take shortcuts. They run. But Arjun, what he did, For every problem, there is a solution. I always tell my students, if in the exam, question paper, 10th standard, question paper, there is a mistake in the question. If you attempt, what you will get? You will get grace marks. Isn't it, teachers? They will get grace marks. If the question is wrong, given by the teachers who said, if it is wrong and you have attempted, you will get marks. Because there is no solution. So when God gives us problem, there is a solution. And like maths is very difficult to find, at the end you will find. There is no problem without a solution. So whenever you have a problem, take the problem as an opportunity to grow. It will make you stronger. It will make you more confident. It will make you reach greater heights. I pray that you don't have any problems, but some challenges come in the way. So what did the leader said? Arjun, you have inspired all of us, even me, to believe in ourselves and in each other. So what you should do is, you should believe in yourself, leaders. I don't know, there are 20 or something. You should believe in yourselves that you have the strength, and you should believe in others. We should not put anybody down. There might be some student who can't learn, who can't do something, but find out something which is good in them and tell them, you can do this work. That child also will grow well in others also. So Arjun looked at all and felt, leadership is not about being the best. You don't have to be the best, but bringing out the best in others. Leader means you don't have to be the best always, but you bring out the best in others. It is about working together, overcoming challenges, and creating a sense of belongingness. Sometimes, some of the children, we don't know that they don't feel like coming to school. They feel something, some kind of problems there at home. You must make them feel that they belong here. You must not make them feel not wanted. Okay? And I'm sure your management, your headmistress, and the wonderful teachers that you have here. One is my student. Okay? The wonderful students you have, teachers you have here, will help you to overcome the challenges. They will guide you in the right path. Any problems, speak to your teachers. First, speak to your teachers. If they don't understand, definitely they will understand. Then you can go to the headmistress. So first, speak to your teacher who is in charge of the cabinet. Talk to her. She will understand. She will guide. And if not, you can go to the headmistress. Definitely, you don't have to go there. So, dear students, as you take your roles in the student cabinet, remember Arjun's journey. It's not being the best, it's being the best in others. Don't give up. Okay? And live up to the motto of your school: love, care, serve, and share. You have been chosen to lead. You are the lucky ones. Your role is not just to make decisions but to bring the best, to bring all together, listen to everybody, support them, encourage them, help them to bring out the best in them. Remember, together we can achieve anything. So, keep your trust in the Lord. What was the hymn that you sing? Mera Bharosa, Tuj Pe Hai Prabhu. So, please keep your trust in your Almighty and go forward. He will lead you. God bless you and wish you the very best.
Now, first to give a round of applause to our chief guest. On behalf of our manager, Father Edwin, I sincerely thank you, dear Mrs. Cecilia Rodius, for accepting our invitation and being here and inspiring our school cabinet. A big thanks to you on my behalf. have gathered to celebrate an important milestone in our school calendar, the investiture ceremony. This event signifies the beginning of new chapter, where we recognize and trust our student leaders with responsibilities that will shape our school's future. To our newly elected leaders, congratulations. Your peers have placed their trust in you, seeing in you the qualities of integrity, dedication, and vision. Leadership is not just about titles and badges, as ma'am already said in her speech. It is about setting examples, inspiring others, and making thoughtful decisions for the greater good. As you step into your roles, remember that true leadership is service. Isn't it? Ma'am said right? Yeah. Lead with empathy, listen with compassion, and act with integrity. To all our students, I urge you to support your leaders, work collaboratively, and contribute positively to our school community. Each one of you plays a vital role in making our school a place of respect, learning, and growth. Let us move forward together with this spirit of unity and commitment.
Today's chief guest, Mrs. Cecilia Gomez, Headmistress Sister Shanti Lavina, dear teachers, non-teaching staff members, and my dear students. You all know that everything that is arranged or organized in the school has a purpose. We have been doing so many programs. It is not for the program sake or to give you some relaxation from your regular classes, but it has a purpose, and that purpose is truly and well explained by today's chief guest. Leadership, and today this cabinet, and also we can compare it to the cabinet in the state, in the country. We need leaders for the country. We need leaders who are selfless, service-minded, who are not selfish, and who are giving. So such leaders in the beginning, independence, that time we had Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, and after APJ Abdul Kalam. So such leaders, some leaders are there, great leaders in our country and outside the country, and we have to imitate them. What we do is, we see the leaders, present leaders, whatever they are, however they are, we see them. But today's, most of the leaders, political leaders, are self-centered and always there is an ulterior motive. It is more to serve themselves, their family, their tribe, and not for the society in general. That's why don't look up to the political leaders to imitate, but what is taught to you in the classes. You come across so many leaders in your lessons, in your chapters, read them, and what is taught to you, what is told to you in talks, speeches, messages, please imbibe and assimilate and try to be such leaders. A good student doesn't learn from the books alone, but from everything under the sun. A good student doesn't learn from the books alone, but from everything under the sun. That's why you should be prepared to take up life. So that's why everything is taught to you. And today also this investiture ceremony to inculcate leadership qualities in your life.